Just
Boring person.
chill, average person, really.
So just clothing, just average Joe.
Did you get me the? Okay, yeah.
Where is
it? Should just be that. Okay.
In my opinion, where you decide to place the camera is much more important than the price of the camera, the quality of the audio, how expensive your lights were, how much time you spent editing. All of that means nothing if you think, oh, I'll just put the camera there. Welcome to my guide of how to use camera angles to tell a story. Alright, so the first thing you need to understand is the camera is your audience. It is their vision. And the most incredible thing about film that sets it apart from theatre and other visual storytelling platforms is that you can control the audience's opinions, ideas, and theories simply by moving the camera a bit. Think of it like this. If you're sitting in a theatre and you're watching a show on stage, that's all you see. There are no zoom-ins, there are no close-ups. Everything is done from one angle. But we can learn so much from that. A great rule for when making your film, it needs to still be interesting even if it was all shot from the same angle. Otherwise, there might be something wrong with your story. Camera angles are an option. They improve the film, but they don't make the film. Look at 12 Angry Men. Very minimal in the camera angles and very long shots. And it is still one of the greatest films of all time. The concept and the story were interesting and entertaining enough that it didn't need a million different shots in slightly different angles, but also make sure you don't go too far in the other direction. Modern films today, especially action films, all do a similar technique when it comes to fighting scenes. Look at this scene here. Can you even tell what's going on? There are too many cuts and too many angles. It's really confusing. But look at this scene from season 1 of Daredevil. It's so smooth and fantastic. No cuts at all. It's not shaky, you know exactly what's going on, and the fight is still super engaging. So just remember, angles in films can do so much, but they can't undo a bad film, and they aren't always the best idea. Now let's go over some basic shots, and I'll give some advice on how you can use them to tell a story. So the first shot is a wide shot. These are often used to set the scene, show the audience where they are and where the characters are. These are great in small amounts. Don't overuse the wide shot, because it can be great to show a character who feels alone and abandoned, but it doesn't work all the time. Sometimes it just feels empty. Medium shots are great because they allow you to put more focus on the character and less on all this boring, useless area of space around them. I use these a lot in my films because it's a good compromise between a wide shot and a close-up. It's a good balance. Close-ups! We've all seen close-ups. They are overused and unnatural. No one sees the world like this, and it's very unlikely anyone would stand this close to someone else. It's weird and still surprises me how many beginner filmmakers choose to shoot like this, especially in a conversation. Showing a close-up of guy A, then a shot of guy B, then a shot of guy A, then a shot of guy B, then a shot of guy A, again and again and again. It looks awful. Don't do it. You then have extreme close-ups. I would advise against using these as well because yet again it feels unnatural and kind of unsettling, but if that's what you're going for, by all means use it. Now into some of my favorites. Zoom ins. Zoom in on character or object signifies the importance of this person or object. If you want to show the internal struggle someone is facing, zoom in on them.
He tortured me. Besides, I only conveyed rumors.
I would always suggest using a slider, but if you don't have one, digital or lens zooms are okay as well. Zoom outs. Zoom outs can show so many things. It can show a character making a decision, and maybe it's the wrong decision, and the audience is becoming distant to them.
If it's true, what you say, and he has the Elder Wand, I'm afraid you really don't stand a chance.
If the main character realizes his friend was the killer all along, using a zoom out can show his feelings of betrayal. It can be used to show darker and rawer emotions. But it can also be used to go from a close-up to a medium shot if you don't know how to bridge between shots naturally. Then we have the above and below shots. I don't know the proper naming for them, so they will now be known as that. Using this would make so many bad beginner films much better. Remember how awful medium shot to medium shot of two people having a conversation is? Well, add in a bit of this, and you can give the scene a lot of depth. If A is winning the argument, have the camera slightly below him, showing his power. And if you really want to make the shot look good, pair that with the zoom in to really show his power. Then with B, use an above shot to make them look small and insignificant. Then pair that with the zoom out to show how the argument is lost. With two simple techniques, you are showing the argument unfold, both through the dialogue and visually. Maybe start the argument with a close-up. Then as B begins to lose, he sits down, making the down shot zoom out much more natural. Well, that's everything I have for you. Bye.